Hello everyone and welcome back to a special edition Attack On show. Super excited about today's episode. We have special guest Matt Busch, licensed illustrator for Lucasfilm. He's got some very cool artwork I can't wait to show you. But more importantly, we're going to touch base on his fantastic trilogy that's coming out, Aladdin 3477. We might be able to even bring you some exclusive footage from it. So we're going to go knock on the door and see if he's here. This is Attack On Show Cribs Edition.
What's up, Attack On Show? How you doing? So that is Darth Maul.
Is this a custom?
It is. It's custom for me.
I'm excited for this.
Want to see downstairs?
I definitely want to see.
All right, come on down. Are you a fan of Hellboy? It's a replica of what the stunt people would when they were doing the stunts. This here is Fiji. This is Aladdin's sidekick.
Oh, cool.
This is the recording studio.
I can't wait to see this the footage here. I'm so excited.
Yeah, well, I'm going to show you guys some. The only other... There's a funny story behind Boba Fett, and that is, after I got the sassy pose with Darth Vader, I was like, you know, Boba Fett's going to be a little bit harder to hide what the pose is. So I started looking through. I stopped looking at the height, and I just started looking at what's a good pose. So I finally found one where there was a mannequin standing with like the feet spread out and like kind of going like this. So I was like, oh my gosh, that's perfect for Boba Fett. What I didn't look at though was the height. And so this mannequin, I think, is like 6'3".
Yeah.
When Boba Fett was probably like 5'6", you know, or something like that.
So in here is a drawing. Is this your drawing studio?
This is, yeah. Come on in. These are just some of the books that that I've illustrated. These are T-shirts over here. So this is everything from T-shirts I've done for different rock bands. There's some Aladdin 3477 T-shirts.
Oh,
isn't this adorable? So this is on the front. Is the front of Fiji. On the back is the back of Fiji. Right?
So you designed all the shirt, like the artwork and everything on the shirts for Aladdin 3477 is going to be Matt Busch authentic.
Yeah, I think so. But I really also want to open it up. I want to do art books where it's my art that I design, but I also want to have art books of some of my favorite artists. Doing their take on Aladdin. I think it would be really interesting to see, like, oh my gosh, anime style Aladdin and some of those characters I think would be really wild.
Oh, that would be very cool.
I've got the Zombie Wars shirts.
So Zombie Wars, that's an interesting thing that you have. That's kind of like a separate drawing line that you have where you're taking the Star Wars art and converting it to zombie.
Yeah. So it started with Star Wars, where Lucasfilm asked me to redesign the Star Wars posters and to zombify them. So I did 6 of those, and then that was on, I believe, Late Night with Jimmy Kimmel, and then G4 TV, and so I
miss G4 TV.
I know, right? So my inbox got overloaded with people saying, hey, when are we going to see Zombie E.T.? When are we going to see Zombie Indiana Jones? So I started this project right here, Hollywood is Dead, where I zombified hundreds of classic movie posters, and they're kind of all collected in this book. So there's, instead of Breakfast at Tiffany's, it's Breakfast is Tiffany. This right here, this is the original art for the Star Wars radio drama. So this is the actual CD. So they printed it again on the booklet, on the CD, and then it comes bagged with a trading card. Wow. But the thing that's interesting, that I don't know why I like showing people this, but when you look at the original art, there's always such a difference, because here you can clearly see Obi-Wan Kenobi's face, but when you look at the printing on this, like, you just can't see his face at all. There's just like weird stuff in the sky. So sometimes it's a bummer when you see the final product comes out and it's not the way you intended it to be, but you just have to let it go and on with the net. Like the fact that I have a CD that has a Star Wars CD that's got my art on the cover,
on
like,
the scale of things. Yeah.
Like,
so it's an interesting process that I didn't quite understand, is that you paint it and then kind of give it away, and then you don't have like a final, like you don't see it until it's out. Like there's not like a
usually they don't. I have no idea what it is until it comes out, and sometimes they don't even. I won't even know until I'm in a music store one day and I'm hopping around and I'm like, oh my god, I totally forgot about this.
No kidding.
This is a bunch of art that I did for a Stranger Things art book that just came out. So there's 11. A tender moment shared with the kids. This actually was just released as a Stranger Things art print. There's Winona. Like all the lights in that.
Yeah.
11 piece.
Wow.
This was kind of the secret of getting everyone on board for Aladdin. I would do these production paintings, just kind of showing some of the various landscapes. And there's the sky sail flying through the sky.
Got to see a sneak peek.
This is originally, that's what I thought the Taj Mahal was going to look like. And then after I painted it, I was like, it's kind of weird. Like, wouldn't it be better if it was like kind of this pike-shaped thing? So,
it's like a floating mountain, like you said, they call it safe, like a floating mountain look at it. Yeah. Those are very cool. Yeah, you'd have me sold on the paintings right up front. So what is that?
That is actually, originally that's what Fiji looked
Fiji?
like.
Okay.
We actually built that robot too, but at the, right before, and we had just started filming, and I actually hired someone to build the puppet robot of this. And the puppet was awesome, and we did use it in the movie, but the head didn't move as much. And so even though the eyes blinked and stuff, and the arms were completely puppeteered, it just didn't have enough to be a main character like Fiji. It just didn't have, the head movement and just all the different emotion. So last minute, with the help of some other people, family and friends, I just started cutting apart radios and just gluing things together. And then magically it worked. And literally the morning we started filming with Fiji, that morning we were at the sand dunes in Silver Lake, Michigan. And the night before I put on orange tape for all the stripes on Fiji. And then that morning I had to drive the nearest Home Depot. It was 45 minutes away in Ludington. That morning I got up as soon as they opened, drove to Home Depot to get, I had to buy a toothbrush and silver paint to scuff it up and put all the scuff marks because Fiji looked too brand new.
Right.
And literally did that in the morning we were shooting. So this is the Dark Empire piece that I did, I think for the 20th anniversary of Dark Empire. This is the German Yoda piece that I did. And this here, this is 40 years of cosmic collectibles. So this is a lot of the collectibles.
Wow.
There's a lot of people, their memories of Star Wars isn't just the movies,
no.
it's the licensed merchandise. So this has everything from the very first Star Wars collectible ever was this pin that says Darth Vader lives. And what's funny is they spelled Darth Vader's name wrong on the collectible.
Vader.
This has the...
You have the special edition VHS up here,
Yeah.
trilogy. How cool.
Isn't that wild? I have the X-rated C-3PO card right here, conveniently covered by a Clone Wars Grievous. Chewbacca Mom.
Oh, yeah. I like the first edition of the Clone Wars that came out. That's the, is it
Yoda.
Yeah.
This is a German Raiders of the Lost Ark poster. So I like to put as many Easter eggs and stuff. So this has, on the side of the plane, it was OB-CPO for Obi-Wan Kenobi, and C-3PO was in the movie. And then there's a fly that crawled into Belloc's mouth at the end there. This is the actual painting.
That's the painting that I did. Wow.
And true story, these giant circle arcs right here, I didn't have a compass or anything that big. So true story, I took the head off R2-D2. My life-size R2-D2, and I put R2-D2 and I just traced R2-D2's head.
So we got Watto back there too.
Yeah, so Watto hangs out, takes inventory. These are some of the customizable figures. Like there's a, you mentioned the Boba Fett money.
So this is where the magic happens?
This is kind of where the magic happens right here. This over here, I've got my battle droid hanging out. Back here, Yoda hangs out and gives me ancient wisdom from the Jedi Order.
I love this
as I'm drawing.
Painting up here, you have Indiana Jones facing off with Vader.
Yeah, I always wondered what would happen if Darth Vader and Indiana Jones got in a fight. Who would win? And so I figure that kind of answers the question pretty quickly.
Do you have is there like a favorite character or something out of the Star Wars universe that you enjoy? to draw? Or are they all kind of equally?
Well, right now it's
challenging?
Baby Yoda.
Yeah, he's a little popular right now.
Of course.
This is interesting here. The figure here, all in white. That's that was an original design for Boba Fett.
Yeah, the Ralph McQuarrie design.
Ralph McQuarrie, yeah. And later used in Clone Wars. So do you need it quiet when you sit down to start your art, or
music up all the way? Yeah. Well, it depends. When I'm writing, I need it to be quiet, because otherwise, if I have music on, I'll start writing the lyrics of the song. You know, Aladdin hops over the fence. Here I go again on my own. Like a drifter.
Then you get through the song, like,
yeah.
Wait,
what? Yeah. This is everything that is on the website. It's also kind of a collection of a lot of the different work that I've done for trading cards, magazines, comics, books, posters, art prints, the Aladdin trading cards.
Oh, sneak peek.
There's some magnets.
Wow. So this is stuff everyone can get. They can order off your website?
MattBuschStore.com has most of this stuff. This is it's like a classic vintage Star Wars card.
How cool
with me on there, hanging out, guarding the Millennium Falcon. This is a Clone Wars poster that I did. This is one of the milestones. This is the first Star Wars book cover that I ever illustrated. Baby Yoda is all the rage. The Empire Strikes Back. This is The Living Dead Strike Back.
Look what Han's doing the layout.
He's projectile blood vomiting right into her face. So I tell people that I'm an adult, but I'm a kid trapped in, like, you know, an adult's body.
Yes.
Kind of at the age of 12. See how there's a store called Forever 21? I'm Forever 12.
I like it.
I actually have it tattooed, Forever 12.
Do you really?
Right, I do. Fidgy keychain, look at that.
Oh, cool.
Fidgy on the front.
What's on the back?
The back of Fidgy. That's adorable, right?
So, get online. Grab some cool merchandise. I had a cool theater, but this is amazing.
This over here is Bar 2D2. So we just load this guy up with ice, and then people help themselves with that. But this is an officer or a police trooper from Kong Cheyenne. And then this is a robot that's in Aladdin's apartment. He like makes all these little robots.
I love that design.
Isn't that cool? This is just all stuff I super glued together. This is the mask that the princess wears at Mask Nightclub.
We even have some guests to check out the footage with us. Check this out.
Hanging out with R2 and 3PO. All right, come on in, have a seat.
Cool, so we're gonna see some finished footage.
This isn't the trailer. It feels like a trailer, but but it's just a sizzle reel that we put together.
So we are now at the bar here. E.T. just served us what is this called again?
Oh, this is a candy bar drink. It's a variation of the Milky Way.
It is delicious, by the way. So thank you, Matt, for the drink. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Thank you for the tour. Everything in this place. This has been a lot of fun. I just wanted to sit down and kind of chat a little bit more, kind of tell people a little bit more about you. Obviously,
with the digital revolution, I started learning editing, and I started making my own art videos and stuff. But I started making my own short films, my own feature films, and a lot of them were just filmed on a crappy Sony Handycam. And but
Actually, that's what we're filming.
That's
right
what we're
now.
filming
No.
on Sony Handycam. Yeah.
I can't let you off the hook just yet because Attack on Show, we always have to ask you the 5 questions to see if you achieve attacker status. So, are you ready for the challenge?
Yeah.
All right.